All right, we are here live at another episode of Chop It Up. We're here with Mr. Eric.
How's it going, Lewis?
What's up, brother? How's everything going?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good. Feeling good today?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah. How about you?
Not bad, man. Thank God. Thank God.
Heck yeah.
Well, I appreciate you having us, taking the time to let us just pick your brain a little bit. We're here in your gym at Anointed MMA,
Yes,
and I just wanted to, again, thank you for having us, and wanted just to pick your brain a little bit and see what it took to get this place open. You know,
Right.
took a big leap of faith, I'm sure, and obstacles along the way and whatnot. So we just want to dig into that and dig into what you got coming up and things like that. So let's dive in. First things first, introduce yourself, man.
So my name's Eric Carrillo. You know, I'm the owner of Anointed MMA and Fitness. You know, we've been here for 3 years now. Just celebrated it. And,
Yeah, happy anniversary to
Yeah,
you.
appreciate it. You know, I've been doing mixed martial arts since I was 12. So, gosh, 13 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been.
So
doing
that
it
means you're
since-
25?
Yes, sir.
Already.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, I've been. Man, I love it, man. That's why I wanted to give back to the community. That's really why I opened it. You know, just give people an outlet.
An outlet, yeah,
Yes, sir.
heck yeah.
Yeah.
And you're tucked up here in the north side of Amarillo, not a whole lot of access over here, and I think you touched on it before on how you wanted to come to the north side in particular.
Yeah, especially a lot of gyms are like more geared towards like centralized more in town, or even like the south side. And man, I'm like, man, there's nothing over here.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I feel like it's been super neglected. I know they got a lot of talent, you know, up here in the north side.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, it's a perfect spot.
Heck yeah.
Yes, sir.
So let's backtrack a little bit and see what gave you the idea to open up a gym. Like, so why did you say, hey, I want to open up a gym?
Yeah. So how I first kind of like going way back, whenever I first kind of got into mixed martial arts, my dad would tell me like, you know, stories of his uncles, you know, telling him how, you know, they would teach him boxing and everything whenever he was growing up. So I was like, man, I'm going to try that. And then got into MMA later on, and I just fell in love with it. And
So
then-
from boxing to MMA, a little
Yes,
bit. Is there a particular style that you like to hit on here, or is it? I know mixed martial arts is a mix, but
Right. Yeah, so I would say like my forte is more of like the kickboxing Muay Thai style.
kickboxing and
Yes,
Muay
sir,
Thai.
Yeah, I've always been more of a striker. It's crazy actually, because whenever I first started, I was in kids class, and I liked jiu-jitsu more, you know, because you could actually, you know, get in there and wrestle, you know, and grapple with the other kids. And you know, when you're a kid, you know, your brain's still developing, so you can't really, you know, go too hard or anything like that. But once I got into it, maybe a couple years, that's when I was like, I love Muay Thai.
Yeah, and so help me and others understand what exactly is Muay Thai. Am I
So-
saying it right? Muay Thai?
Yes, yeah.
Muay Thai.
Yeah. So it's Thai boxing. It kind of developed from Thailand, and it's actually their national sport. But anyways, it's just like kickboxing, right? You can throw punches, you can throw kicks, knees, except now you can clinch up, you can throw elbows, you can sweep them on their
Okay.
head, things like that. Yeah. So it's a little bit more in depth than just kickboxing itself.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So tell me what kind of obstacles you faced when you were trying to open up your gym.
Yeah, so especially, like I said, everything's geared towards the south side, or, you know, more centralized in town. Up here, you know, it really took a lot to, like, really get more people in the door, I feel. It took a couple of years, yeah. Once I was, like, on year 2, I feel like that's when it really started to build a lot of traction. But
Did you ever feel like you wanted to tap out?
no, not necessarily, just 'cause I felt like, man, you know, trying to, you know, a lot of prayer, just like, hey, you know, God, send me the right people, just because, you know, I mean,
That's what it takes.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
People to come in. Huh?
Right, because, I mean, especially with mixed martial arts gym, I actually started only doing Muay Thai whenever I first opened up the gym. So nothing but Muay Thai striking, and I feel like that, you know, intimidates a lot of people. That you're like, man, I don't want to get beat up and punched in the face, you know. I mean, I know that doesn't sound fun, but that's not what we do here. You know, we just do technique and, you know, help you, you know, how to defend yourself. But
That's important. That's important
Yes, sir.
nowadays. Yes.
Yeah, but I started adding everything in, and I feel like that's when that turning point came. When I started adding, you know, the kids wrestling, and then, you know, MMA and jiu-jitsu with the adults is really when it started to take off.
Yeah, so you mentioned kids classes that you teach adults and kids
Correct.
alike.
Yeah. Starting at 5 years old onwards, come on, try a week for free. And
Free week, okay.
yes, sir. Yeah, because a
that's
lot of gyms, they just do like one class, and like say if they come in on a Monday, Monday Muay Thai we do just striking. Wednesdays we do our jiu-jitsu and wrestling. So, if you're just trying out that Muay Thai class, how are you gonna know if you like MMA side and other parts? Because mixed martial arts is so like
so much
like intricate. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, a good week. That'll get you a good feet wet.
Right.
Get your feet wet. That's cool. Yeah. So, what kind of what I'm kind of backtracking on still a little bit is the business side of it. What kind of obstacles? You said you had trouble getting people in the door.
Yeah.
What were some obstacles actually getting the doors open?
So my friend, man, I was actually supposed. It's crazy because I went to Austin, 2022, and did nothing but training at the very beginning of it. Did nothing but training for 2 months straight. All the days of the week. I'd go straight from church. Already have my gym bag packed. As soon as it's over, boom, I'm going to the gym right afterwards. But so I did that for 2 months. I was supposed to train, actually, coach at a different gym, but that fell through. And so, I was trying to coach at other gyms, and I was like, man, nothing's working here. What should I do here, God? And that's when I was like, man, why don't I just open up my own
Created
spot?
your own space.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so I was, I actually looked at a couple different places. One was on the south side of the town, but my friend was like, hey, I got this building. I'm just kind of using it for storage. My friend Zach, he's the owner of Green Gorilla, and he was like, man, I got this building. On the north side though, and I was like, yeah, I'll come check it out. And it was kind of a little bit rough. It was good on the front side of it, like when you come in and everything looked good. But once you came in to where here now, in the gym part, it was kind of like the roof was kind of like falling a little bit, and then there's bugs, of course, things like that. We're out here kind of in the country a little bit, so.
You just saw a little gym, saw vision, and kind of.
Yeah,
so this could work. This could work.
Yeah.
Okay.
That next couple weeks or so, my dad, he knows everybody that knows how to do remodels. He does remodeling himself, plumbing, but got his friends in here and they helped me, redo it and everything. And then I just went to painting, roof, everything, and just went from there.
Okay,
yeah, went to work.
That's awesome. God's good.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So here we are 3 years later. We're teaching kids, teaching adults, living the dream. What do you see for the future of Anointed? Like what's coming up? Are you trying to expand? You're just trying to perfect what you got? What's up next?
Yeah. So I actually recently had some guys fight. They did a smoker like an exhibition here in OKC. And man, they did amazing. So probably some more smokers, or even I know one of them wants to fight actual, like where it counts on your record, sanctioned fights.
And
starting
smokers
next
are
year.
what, more of scrimmages, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit more like controlled. You got the headgear, shin guards. Even this one actually had even like the chest protector thing. I think it's kind of funny, but because we don't spar with that stuff on here, but I think just more of those, and then just even if the kids too. We can get them in there too as well. I had a couple that are been asking me for a couple months now, like, "Hey, coach, when are we gonna have a tournament?" So I'm like,
put one on.
Yeah, I'm down. But we recently got some more mats, so we're expanding that mat space and everything, and just been going good. Like growing wise, a lot of kids have been coming as well. So just keep. Especially the adults, we need to grow them a little bit more. So I see that getting a little bit bigger, and then even having some people where some of the guys have been coming for a while. That way they can have an opportunity to coach too. That way they can, if I'm gone, they can be here and coach as well. That way it helps build them up, because when you teach it, you know it better. It helps you. I know from just experience, like. Me coaching, I can see things a little bit better, like with the fight this past weekend. I was like, hey, this is open. You know, I can see it now more. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that coacher's eye.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And so that was my next thing is the fight scene's kind of growing a little bit here in Amarillo.
Yeah.
Speak about that a little bit. We even got some fights coming up this weekend, right?
Yeah, the peak fights. Yeah, man, I remember actually crazy back in the day. They used to have like IFC fights. It's like
I remember the shoe fights.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the shark fights too back in the day. But the big thing I guess back then was like the IFC fights was like amateurs and stuff, which I thought was super cool because I feel like, you know, we don't get, especially for amateurs, there's not too much. But now that, you know, it's growing, they got the peak fights, and I know, you know, there's other people doing like jiu-jitsu, like kind of like tournament type things, you know, invitationals. It's been growing, man. We got a lot of talent here in Amarillo, you know. Everybody, man, if we all come together, we can make some waves.
Yeah, fight scene's definitely growing. Like I said, be sure and follow Anointed MMA on Instagram and Facebook. They help you keep stay tuned into the fight scene here in the 806. Yep. So tell me what's in the future for Mr. Eric. You know, you got your gym going. You know, is this kind of you just do it? Is this all you do, or like what's up with Mr.
I got
Eric?
a day job doing some home health stuff, but
Nice.
some, you know, in the health field. But I think one big dream would be, you know, to have this full time. That way I can add more classes, you know, or day classes, things like that. People, you know, with different schedules and everything. That way I can kind of tailor it and to everybody.
Okay, so your personal goals would tailor more to Anointed, and you just want to dedicate more time to it,
Yes,
help
sir,
it grow,
yeah.
see it grow, and
Yeah.
and see it get bigger. That's cool.
Yeah.
What would you like to say to anybody listening? Like, you want to shoot an invite to anybody that's out there? Or?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, whether it's your first day, you know, you never done this before, or whether, you know, you've been doing it 10 years, you know, come in, you know, you're always welcome. I always tell people, if you come in, say you don't like it, you know, you're always considered part of the family. You know, I consider this a family, because I've been to some gyms where, you know, it's kind of rough around the edges, or there's this clique over here or something, but I like to be a little bit different. Like, everyone's like family, you know, we're Christian-based, family-based, and, you know, it's a small gym, but we're strength in numbers. We got that quality over quantity type thing, and everybody's welcome here, no matter what.
Heck yeah. Well, again, look them up. We're in Amarillo, Texas, right off of River Road on the north side off the Dumas Highway. Again, Anointed MMA, Mr. Eric, we couldn't thank you enough for having us. You've been a big supporter of us and what we do, you and your family.
Sure,
we can't thank you enough for that. We just want to help you, help spread the word, man. Anointed MMA. That's what good place for kids to come and grow.
Right.
Go again for adults to come and let some steam out. You know, learn some techniques, the way to keep yourself safe out in the streets and all that good stuff. So, anything else, man? Anything else before we get out of here?
Just a little bit more, I guess. You know, like if you go to the gym, you're like, man, who the heck's coaching, or what kind of credentials do you got? You know, actually, how I got into, you know, doing this and everything. I started at that boxing gym because my dad, you know, told me, you know, about how his uncles taught him, and then from there, I went to a boxing gym, just like a after-school program, really, just stations and cardio, but never really learning how to like turn my knuckles over for a proper punch, things like that. And so after that, man, that's when I found Elite MMA, and I fell in love with it. Being able to do, you know, all week, you know, being able to do one day, you know, boxing, one day jiu-jitsu, the next day, you know, just Muay Thai, everything. It helped me out a lot too, because it's funny, because I wrote in high school, I wrote a paper, and I was like, I wrote about mixed martial arts, and it was like, it was like giving me my outlet. I let my anger out, all my emotions, and then my parents read it and was like, you got anger? Because I'm pretty chill, but I mean, like, no, everybody's got, you know, different emotions and everything, so it's such a good outlet, especially, you know, for kids, adults, everybody. You know, you had a bad day at work or a bad day at school, just come in, you know, punch some stuff. You don't have to punch people, but you gotta punch.
and you're helping your body, getting fit, you know,
exactly.
keeping the blood rate up, all that
Self-defense.
good stuff.
Yeah,
Self-defense,
especially
all good.
You know, discipline too. That's a big thing that
That's what
I
I'm bad
practice
at,
here.
man.
Yeah,
I'm bad at discipline.
yeah, that's one big thing I try to tell the kids, like with discipline especially. Like there's a difference between being a fighter, right? Because you got like a lot of fighters, they have like egos. I think, oh, I can beat anybody. I'm the best. Blah blah blah. You even see it, in UFC and everything. And I'm like, it's not what a fighter is, or that's not what you should be about. You should be a mixed martial artist. You should be, have that discipline, have that self-respect, not only, like, even if you don't even like this person, you say, hey, God bless you, I pray for you. I don't want, I'm not going to talk bad about you type thing.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what's cool about the mixed martial arts community. I got to be honest, I've never taken any kind of classes growing up or anything, karate or nothing, but I've always, I guess envied the right, probably not the right word. I've always looked up to the way that they help build character,
Right.
mannerism and, doing things like that and helping yes sir, no sir,
Right.
Take off your shoes and, things like that, like
Yeah.
just proper etiquette, mannerism, and which a lot of kids lack, and going to places like this not only helps them with self-defense and stuff, but helps them with just being a good person.
Right, exactly. Like just you said it just right. Because one of my coaches used to say, "Man, if you can do this, it translates into all these other things in your life and makes it, like, hey, if I can do this and get my butt whooped, or if I can do something that's so strenuous and hard, not only physically but mentally too. Because this is, if you're getting into Shark Tank or whatever, it's hard. But if you translate that into other aspects of life, man, you're going good places.
Right. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
Man, again, I don't know if there's some other stuff that we haven't touched on, or anything that you'd like to mention or shout out anybody or anything like that. I might be forgetting something, chances are, but I don't know if you got something on your mind.
When coming up, like getting advice from other people. I know I asked you for some advice about business, because whenever I first started this gym, I was like, I didn't know, how to properly, like, hey, file for your LLC, how to properly do this. But I want to thank you as well,
Okay.
as well as Zach Woodrow. Man, he helped me a lot
Shout
too.
out, Zach. That's Green Gorilla.
Yes, sir.
Shout out
Yeah.
Green Gorilla. What's
Yeah.
up?
Yeah, that's one of the people I gotta definitely give thanks to, but especially God, of course, number
Amen.
one. Yeah.
Amen.
That's why, I named it Anointed MMA, because it was kind of like my fighting nickname. But I always liked Max Blessed Holloway, because I was like, hey, that's a cool nickname. But I'm like, what's better than that? So I was like, Anointed, because you're not only just blessed, but you're also chosen, and then you also have the Holy Spirit with you.
Amen.
Yeah, everything with you need.
Amen. If we
Yes, sir.
seek Him first, everything will fall into place.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right. Is that it, man? You good?
Yeah,
Man,
I
God
believe
bless,
so.
man.
Hey,
Thanks
God
so
bless.
much.
I appreciate you
Hope
having
everything
me.
goes well for your
Yeah.
gym, for your family. Hope bless all your people that come in. All the community. We ask the Lord to bless them as well, and again, your finances and your business and your everything you touch, man. I hope it turns to gold.
Appreciate it. Yeah, eat at Faves.
Yeah. Already.
All right, appreciate it.